Okay, welcome to episode 4. We are now going to mix the vocals in. Now, this is my second attempt making this video. I had to ditch the last one because issues that I just couldn't be bothered to fix. I'd rather just do it again. Hopefully it'll be a bit quicker this time. So, what I've got going on here, like I said last time, in the last video I said I was going to clean up the guitars, and what I've actually done as well is I've bounced them. I don't want to do any editing to them in this video at least, because I've got separate videos mixing these, so I'm going to leave them as they are. I've gone through, checked them, they're fine. Yeah, I like them. So what I'm going to do now is mix the vocals into them, but obviously I had lots of string buzz and things like that in these gaps, and I've completely got rid of them. And if I just solo these guitars out now, nice and clean. So you go through a similar process on the vocals here, which I've already gone ahead and done. Now, I've got rid of the dead space, but what I've also done here is I've got the breaths. So if you listen for the that and that one. Let's solo it, shall we? I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. So there's barely any breath in there at all. The reason why I've done that is because I'm going to, when I compress it and cut these peaks off, those breaths will get really loud, and we don't want that. What I'm going to do periodically as well is just check, yeah, that's fine, that I've got no sound coming through when there's nothing playing. That's what I had issue on the last one. There was nothing playing, but yeah, there was music there, and I don't know why. I can't bother to figure out why, so I'm just going to check every now and then. Oh, yep, ignore. Okay, so what we're going to do first is I'm going to go through with an EQ. I'm going to use re-EQ for vocals as my go-to. What I'm going to do first of all is going to get rid of frequencies I don't like. So what we'll do is listen to, I'm going to loop this bad boy. Nope, going to loop, there we go, that'll do. I'm a loser, I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. I am a loser, I am a car crash boy. I am a loser, I am a... I don't know why that's... Let's try again. I am a loser, I am a car crash boy with scars. Seem to be running very nicely, so let's save. I am a loser, I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. I am a loser, I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. I am a loser, I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. I am a loser, I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. I am a loser, I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. I am a loser, I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. I am a loser, I am a car... Okay, so we're going to use this to EQ. I like to use this re-EQ on the vocals, and the guitars. I just think it's quite good. It is a very good EQ, really. So let's give it a go. First of all, roll off the bottom. Obviously, take it up till you start to hear a difference, and then roll it back. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. I am a loser. Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna find some frequencies that I don't like. I am a loser. Not that. Let's use this one. Let's turn that right down. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. Something around here. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. I am a loser. I am a car crash. Cool. I think what I'll do as well is just take away, just to see how that does, take away the top end. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy. Yeah, that might be okay. I am a loser. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. Oh yeah, seems to nothing popping out there anymore. So what I'll do after taking away is compress that signal. I like to use this compressor. I usually start at about 2.5. Leave the volumes exactly as it is, and just all I'm doing is taking away the top peaks. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and... Okay, so that's taking away those peaks, flattening it out a little bit. What I'll do now is... Now, let me explain what I'm going to be doing, really. I'm going to be adding another EQ. Okay, so this EQ I've had take away frequencies that I don't like. I've then compressed that signal. Now, if I compressed first, let's say, I would be making frequencies that I wanted to get rid of louder. And I don't really see the point in that if you're just going to be fixing it in your EQ stage anyway. So I'll use one EQ to get rid of, and then this EQ, it'll just be boosting really, making things brighter or warmer, or the feel for the song. So now what I'll be doing is check this over here. I usually start with something like this, make it a bit narrower, but then work with it as I'm playing. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. Right, now what I am going to do is I might just fish for something to take out there as well. Let's add a band in. Sounds like the mid might need a little fix. I mean, yeah, I could go back and do it in here, but I've already got this one open, so. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. So let's before and after that one. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. The subtle differences. I mean, if I took them both, all of them off. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. It's just a bit clearer, a bit brighter. Now I'm going to gain this up a bit, and what I'm going to do now, now what I'm going to do, because I like that sound, I'm going to add another compressor. We're just going to pretend I'm doing this all perfectly. I mean, if this is going to be like a final mix, then I'll probably spend a little bit more time dividing the frequencies, and I'm just showing you the process at the moment. What I do, where I start from, etc. But this is going to be the proper compression now, because that's the sound that I want. Let's chuck it through another compressor and keep it nice and tidy. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. I am a loser. What I want to do is test where the chorus comes in. Come on. Here, I think. For you are my paper cuts. I need to know why you're so irresistible. Right, now, the reason why I want that fairly similar to the verse levels, because I'm going to automate it at the end. The chorus is going to be 2 dB louder than the verse. The bridge is going to be so the verse is going to be minus 2 dB, the bridge is going to be minus 1 dB, and the chorus is going to be at 0 dB. So that's what I want to do here, and I think because the verse is a little dry, I'm going to add sine waves, reverb, verb. But the default settings here are shockingly bad. So take that dry level up to 0. Let's go anywhere between 50 and 60. So let's chuck it bang in the middle. Chuck it on a verse. Shall I go to the other verse? Probably sick of hearing myself call myself a loser. You are the deadline. You are the days gone by, not worth my time. Right, that's cool. So if I put that in the mix now. You are the deadline. You are the days gone by, not worth my time. Right, what I do is just get rid of these, do it before and after. You are the deadline. You are the days gone by, not worth my time. You are the edges of a paper plane aimed at my face. Cut my cheeks and watch me bleed, for you are my paper cuts. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy with scars and stories. I am a loser. I am a car crash boy. Cool. So, what I want to do now is create a thickening effect for the chorus. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to chuck a send out. So it's asked me if I wanted to create a bus. Yes, just put that down here. So here's our send from the vocals. We'll send these vocals to this return here. And what I'm going to add to this is, let me just, is a delay. Now GVST delay, just as good, you know, for just the simple delays. I'll chuck this at 115 and turn the dry all the way off. I just want the effect to be going through this. But then what I'm going to do is copy it. So I've got two. So this send is going to both of these. And what I'll do here, get both of these up. I'm going, yeah, this one at 115 and this one. I mean, this is just, as this is the second video, I know what numbers I need to sound good. But you know, you play with it, you see what you feel. Oh, look, I've only gone and done it, and what about that? Output, yeah, I thought so. This I need as stereo. What a moron. Too busy thinking about, oh yeah, I've done this. Alright, delay, delay, delay. Stereo, there we go. Delay. Nope. Stereo. Right, what did I say? 115. Dry all the way off. This one I'm going to set to 130. So what's going to happen, dry all the way off, is we're only going to get the wet sound. But then I'm going to pan these left and right. I'll tell you what, I'll let you listen to it without them panned. And then I'll pan them and you'll see the difference, well, you'll hear the difference. You are the dead. Turn the send up. You are the deadline. You are the days gone by. Sounds awful, I feel. So left and right. You are the deadline. You are the days gone by. Not worth my time. Now what we'll do is we'll mess around with the volume. So both these volumes need to be set the same. We're going to add a new track, which will be a group track, and we're going to call it Vocal Delays. Let's chuck both of these in here, and we will find a nice happy volume that we're happy with. I'll tell you what, I'm going to do volume in here. Let's get to a chorus, shall we? Irresistible. I need to know why you're so irresistible. It's a slight thing. You shouldn't be able to really be able to tell that much, especially when the whole song's going. But whilst it's solo, you should be able to hear. I need to know why you're so irresistible. You're my fave. That's without. I need to know why you're so irresistible. You're my favourite pastime, baby. Okay, so that's a rough level. What I'll do now is add just a quick, nasty and cheap fix EQ. With backing and delays, I like to roll off loads of the bottom end. I need to know why you're so irresistible. And boost the brightness. I need to know why you're so irresistible. You're my favourite pastime, baby. So it really just supports. It's not a a feature, I guess. It just supports those main vocals and doesn't overpower them, but they're still there, you know? I need to know why you're so irresistible. You're my favourite pastime, baby. Okay, so that's that. We got that. We got that. We got a bit of reverb in there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to automate this track, these vocal delays, to only come in on the choruses. Not worth my time. You are the ages. You are my I offend you. Please hit. I'm not sorry. Cut my cheeks and watch me bleed. Right, so first chorus hits here. So what I'm going to do is, well, I might zoom in a little. Oh, that's bang on that, do. Drop everything off down here. So if we listen. My cheeks and watch me bleed. For you are my paper cuts. I need to know. Okay, and then when the chorus finishes, we are going to take it off again. The ball, your paper cuts. Take that off. Oh, that's still whilst it's on, I think. Out there. And baby, highlight of my day, you are my paper cuts. Alright, let's go find the next chorus. You're so I need bleed. For you are my paper cuts. Turn the delay back on here. I need to my paper cuts. I need to know. I need to find where we're going to turn it off. What I'm going to do here, because there's a little bridge here, I don't want it on the whole phrase. I just want it when it kicks back in, so it really punches you in the face, you know, like as much as it can. Let's turn that off there then. Now if we listen to this with it off, and I'm going to play the whole track. I need to know. I need to know. So that no is when I want it to all come back in. So let's find where that starts exactly. Oh yeah, that'll do. So we'll whack the delay back on there. Oh, I've lost it. I have lost it. There it is. And that'll just give it that extra excitement, extra punch in there. So we've got delay off, on for the chorus, off for the next verse, on for the chorus, off for the middle softy bit, and then on for the rest of the song. So let's just listen to this punch. While my paper cuts. I need to know. Okay, save that. Yeah, right. So, apart from a little bit of Well, I'll tell you what, yeah, I told you about the automation, didn't I? So we're going to hit the automation on the vocals here. What we're going to do is we're going to change the volume of the final plugin. So these are all the processes. This is the dry sound, which is going into here, gets processed. That process signal then goes into the compressor. Then that process signal goes into that EQ. Then that process signal goes into compressor again. Then these four processes, once it's gone through those four processes, the final process will be the reverb. So we will automate the level of the reverb, because we don't want to automate the level of anything else, because that will mess with how the next plugin in line sees the signal. So what I'm going to do is, for all the verses, chuck it down by 2 dB. You are the deadline. And I want to so on the bridge, or on like the little pre-chorus thing, I guess, I'm going to just jump it up by 1 dB, because everything else gets a little bit louder. Next verse, we're chucking it back down 2 dB. I am so here's the next pre-chorus. Go up to -1 dB again. And then when the chorus comes in, overwhelming there. Let's go full volume. So we've got another verse here, down by 2 dB. 1 dB again. Chorus max volume, and I think I need to know. Yeah, that's cool. So that's the automation of the. I mean, you could go way more in depth if you wanted to, but I mean, keep it simple, stupid. Give that a quick save, just check I'm not bleeding, lovely. What I'm going to do now is just mix in the volume wise for the whole track, and then I'm going to show you a quick tip on how to know if your mix is ready, really. You are the deadline, you are the days gone by, not worth my time. You are the edges of the paper plane aimed at my face. Cut my cheeks and watch me bleed, for you are my paper cuts. I need to know why you're so irresistible. You're my favorite pastime, baby. Highlight of my day, you are my paper cuts. We listen to this dry without any. Let's do it with a bit with all of the stuff we put on it. Oh, why you're be highlight of my day. Be highlight of my day. You are my paper cuts. That's with everything on it that we've done. Be highlight of my day. You are my paper cuts. Be highlight of my day. You are my paper cuts. Be highlight of my day. You are my paper cuts. Massive difference in there. Not just in the volume, in, you know, the peaks, the compressors are doing their job. Be highlight of my day. You are my paper cuts. Be highlight of my day. You are my paper cuts. because we squashed it, we did the automation, which is also doing its job. So if we look between these two jumps here. For you are my pain. Oh no, man, where is the face? Cut my cheeks and watch me bleed. For you are my paper cuts. I need to know. There we go, lovely. So, yeah, as I said, a quick tip on how to know whether your mix is ready, or at least almost ready, is start mastering it. Now, what I say start mastering it, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add one VST called, Dub Turbo. It's just an EQ. It's the first VST that I put on the mastering. So the difference that this will make, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to load I have a preset. There we go. There's my presets. It has a little bit of reverb in there. This is such a killer EQ. That will blend it all together a little bit nicely. It's got a bit of reduction in there, a bit of like bringing out the brightness. I'm gonna play it through quickly without it on, so bypassed. The deadline, you are the days gone by, not worth my time. The deadline, you are the days gone by, not worth my time. You are the edges of a paper plane aimed at my face. Cut my cheeks and watch me bleed. For you are my paper cuts. I need to know why you're so irresistible. You're my favorite pastime, baby. Hear that difference? You probably couldn't hear it to begin with, but when the volume was a bit higher, pushing those frequencies into the VST, it's crazy difference. You are the edges of a paper plane aimed at my face. Cut my cheeks and watch me bleed. For you are my paper. So much cleaner, brighter. I mean, that's pretty much, I'd say I'm quite happy with that. So what I would do is I'd bounce this whole track now into one track and then master it, because I don't want to be messing around with the editing anymore. So what I'll do then is I'll leave this at that. I'll just check. Yep, good. So I'll bounce this down, ready for the next video, which will be quick mastering. Really, how to get that sound that that you want, that you look for, and all for free, all using these free VSTs. Hopefully something has helped you in this video. If it has, absolutely please give it a like. It helps me out more than you know. Any issues, if you don't know where to find something, I mean, I'll put things in the links. I'll put links in the bit below, but if there's something that, I didn't really explain properly, because, I'm learnt all this stuff off my own back as well, so I don't sometimes know the right terminology, but this is just how I've muddled way through it. Then comment it and I will do my best to help you out. Let's help each other. Love. Keep it punk.